Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is London Tay coming to you today with another video, girl. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I do a lace closure sew-in. It is a side part. It is glueless. It is red and it has some brown in it. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I do this style, then go ahead and continue watching, okay? So ignore my voice. It sounds a little deep or whatever because my voice is a little hoarse, but we're going to get it. We're going to get this voiceover popping, okay? Like I said, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. So right here, I'm just going to show you guys how our hair looks before and how our hair looks braided down. And then right here is some of the red tracks and some of the brown tracks. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys that really quick because I did some short videos on that. However, I did not record the entire style because a lot of people just want to see how you do the sewing, the closure part, okay? So that is basically what I'm going to focus and concentrate on in this video, okay? So right here, I'm just cutting off the lace with a razor. That gives it the most flawless results. Now, the closure she did use is from the hair store, but it is an HD closure. I didn't know you guys can buy a HD closure from the hair store, girl, but you can obviously, okay? So HD closures are basically super thin material, so that way you don't have that thick material to try to blend into the skin, okay? So yeah, so what I'm doing is now everything is basically sewed in. I done sewed about 2 bundles in. And yeah, so the closure, I didn't have to bleach or anything because the knots were already red. So everything is pretty much good to go. The only thing I really had to do was cut the lace off and apply some makeup, the color of her skin underneath the closure. I like to use some cream concealer to basically put under the lace, okay? So once I do that, and this lace did come with some baby hairs already on it, okay? So you can just use that. Now, here I am about to just place the closure where I want the part to be, okay? And I'm just going to sew on every single side. Now, you can't see on this side. However, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing on the other side. And this is the exact same method, okay? If you feel like you can't see some part of the video, just believe that I will show you guys how to do it in a little later part, okay? So don't be like, oh, I can't see and things like that, because you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. But I didn't want to erase this part because I wanted you guys to see that I am doing the same thing on the other side. Another key point when it comes to sewing in closures that are glueless is to place your least dominant hand onto the closure, so that way the closure is not sliding and slipping around, and that way the closure is pretty secure in that spot that you want it to be. Now, if you guys can see, I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is a glueless closure sew-in. So I don't need to put the closure so far in front of the client's hairline, because on one side it is, but on her sides above her brows, she has a lot of hair coming out. Now, some people like to shave that part or whatever. I don't. I'm just going to kind of blend the baby hairs over that part, okay? You don't want to just get the closure and put the closure ahead of that, because it'll make the closure look very unnatural. The closure will be too far down the forehead, and you just don't want that look, okay? So yeah, so you guys can see what I do with that. So like I said, as you guys can see, the closure, basically the lace is pretty much blended. Now, if you're confused about like what color concealer to use, I just have a little palette of concealers from Ruby Kisses, and I just kind of get a little bit of concealer, put it on her forehead, and see if it blends in. That's what I like to use. That's the method I like to use to try to make sure the color matches perfectly, okay? So yeah, so now that I'm sewing both sides, guys, just sew both sides to the braid on the side. After you do that, you're going to want to just kind of part in the front where that first braid is, section that off, and then just start sewing onto that braid. Now, if you have to just keep feeling for the braid to make sure you're sewing in the right spot, do that. Do what you have to do, because that's basically going to help you keep everything secure and everything down. And I'm going to do the other side the same way.
But I still wish that you were here. I'm so glad you make it clear that you love me, never know what above me. You show me that you trust me. You're the only one for me, and you know for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute.
Okay, so now that I've sewn both sides, I'm just going to continue when it comes to just sewing everything to the back, okay? So just because she doesn't have a braid in a spot, you're still going to want to make sure you put your needle and thread through that same spot, okay? You're going to want to make sure that you're sewing pretty close together when it comes to the closure, all right? And I'm just going to do both sides that way.
Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. I know I'm selfish, can't really help it. I waited so many days, wanna see your face, been way too long. Tell me if I'm wrong, cause I hit your phone like damn near 24. I'm about to hit the road. Tell me why our schedule's always conflicting. I know that we be busy, but FaceTime is just not enough. I wanna feel your hand in mine and spend quality time. Yeah, that shit you cannot buy. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. Save a little time for me.
Okay, y'all, so after I am done with that, I'm going to just sew the rest of the bundles in. Like I said, I like to just go ahead and do 2 bundles first and then sew the closure in and then just finish everything off with the rest of the bundles. So I did 1 bundle of the red, then I did 1 bundle of the natural brown color. I put that in the middle, and then I'm going to top it off with the red again because I wanted it to get a highlight look, okay? I knew that when I styled it and combined everything together that the brown being in the middle would give it a highlight look if I put the red on top, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and continue just sewing and sewing and sewing until I am completely done with closing in the tracks, okay?
Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. Tick-tock on the clock, yeah, I'm counting down. You know I want you now. Wait till we link in town. Tick-tock on the clock, boy, I'm counting down. I know you want me now. Wait till we link in town. Tick-tock on the clock, yeah, I'm counting down. You know I want you now. Wait till we link in town. Tick-tock on the clock, boy, I'm counting down. I know you want me now. Wait till we link in town. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. I know I'm selfish, can't really help it. I waited so many days, wanna see your face, been way too long. Tell me if I'm wrong, cause I hit your phone like damn near 24. I'm about to hit the road. Tell me why our schedule's always conflicting. I know that we be busy, but FaceTime is just not enough. I wanna feel your hand in mine and spend quality time. Yeah, that shit you cannot buy. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. I know you miss me, wanna be with me. We get that bag right now, finna travel around, I have no fear. But I still wish that you were here.
Okay, so now that I am done with the tracks, I'm going to start styling. So basically, I'm going to just cut the baby hairs that was already there, and here you are seeing me smooth the baby hairs over her hair. Okay, that is the hair that I decided to kind of keep out and just smooth the baby hairs over. Now, if her hair was black or brown, if the weave was black or brown, it would have blended in pretty perfect. So since it's not, I'm just going to go ahead and blend the red on top. Going to use a little bit of the Got To Be gel, the yellow bottle. Okay, so I'm going to use that to smooth the baby hairs. Now for the baby hairs in the front, I just plucked a little bit of the baby hairs and then put some Lotta Body mousse on it. Okay, and I just kind of brushed all the baby hairs kind of to the front, and I put a scarf around the front in order to kind of get everything flat and dried and ready to go. Now, while I do that, I'm just going to shape the hair a little bit. Just do a little bit of light layers in the front. And I'm also going to put a little bit of oil-free shine on it. And then I'm going to flat iron curl it with my Babyliss 1-inch flat iron, okay? Nothing crazy, very, very simple. You know, I do the barrel curls for every style unless the client wants something different. Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. After that, I take the scarf off and then just comb the curls out. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys like the different kind of look that I did with this style. It was really her idea. She gave me 2 bundles of red and 1 bundle of brown. Was like, hey, I ran out of red. I just bought this extra bundle of brown. I don't mind how it looks. Let's just, try to put it in and see how it looks. She wanted all in the back, but I was like, nah, I think I could make it look like highlights. So I decided to put it in the middle. But yes, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, the closure was the HD closure. I'm going to try to find a link to it if I can. However, it was at a local beauty supply store, so I'm not sure if I can find it, but I will definitely let you guys know. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. All right. Okay. Bye, guys. Love ya. Mwah.
Yeah, that shit you cannot buy. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got. Save a little time for me. Let's be real, it's been a minute since I got to feel you. I know you miss me, wanna be with me. We get that bag right now, finna travel around, I have no fear. But I still wish that you were here. I'm so glad you make it clear that you love me, but not what above me. You show me that you trust